What do you give the person that's prepared for everything? What do you give the unprepared person so he or she might be prepared for at least something? The 12 things every prepper wants this year. Hey guys, I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared, and today I'm going to help you be prepared for that most dreaded scenario that comes every year, that time we all fear and avoid, that one event that leaves us all terrified. That's right, Christmas. But really, some of the easiest people to buy for are preppers, homesteaders, and anyone who finds self-reliance important. And even if the person that you're buying for isn't into emergency preparedness right now, maybe you can be the spark to ignite their journey toward being prepared. Or if nothing else, help them be a little more ready for any situation that might come up. So what I've done for this video is I've compiled a list of the most popular products that I've purchased and shared with all of you over the last year. I simply took the top 12 best-selling items that I've shown in my videos this past year. These are all items that I've purchased myself, I've used myself, and I can personally tell you that they work as they're intended and get my stamp of approval. We'll start off at number 12, and we'll go ahead and work up to our number 1 best-selling product of 2022. And I've got to tell you, the number 1 spot goes to a very surprising product. It's not at all what we would have expected to be our most popular product, but it's definitely well-deserved. But before I get to the list, first I just want to say, if you've watched my videos before, you may know that I love to create meals in a jar. I love to do canning and baking, making jellies and jams, and creating all types of goodies in the kitchen. I've always believed that some of the greatest gifts I've given and that I've received have been homemade. There's just so much more meaning and often more practicality behind it. With that being said, it's not everyone's thing. Plus, if you're always short on time like I seem to be, the last thing you need is one more thing to do, especially around the holidays. Sometimes it's just easier to click add to cart. And let's be honest, there is some really cool gear for sale online. Some of these ideas are so cool, you just might want to wrap them up and give them to yourself. So without further ado, here is your Wicked Prepared Top 12 list for Christmas 2022. The link for each of these products will be listed in order down in the description box. Our first gift idea, number 12, is a pretty simple, low-tech product, but it's worth its weight in gold. My Mr. Wicked Prepared spends hours in the garden, and he used to crawl through it on his hands and knees, pulling weeds and all those things. But this summer, we bought this seat, and he absolutely loves it. And keep in mind, he is 6'4". He's definitely not a small guy, so even though this is a small seat, it can be used by someone who's not small. And it's not only for the garden. He was using it just recently in the garage while he worked on my car. He's used it while he was laying cement blocks, while he was adding a bulkhead onto our basement, but its primary home is in the garden shed, and I can tell you he swears up and down that it has changed his life. So if you have someone on your list who works in the garden, or anyone who could use a seat like this while working on things at ground level, definitely add this to your cart now. Next up, number 11 on our list is the Survival Medicine Handbook. There's a few books on our list. These have been very popular items. This is a book by Dr. Joseph Alton, and this is definitely a must-have for preppers, anyone who's trying to be prepared, because in an emergency, chances are the grid is going to be down. There's not going to be internet or Google or all of those places that we might typically run for our information. And if you have a medical emergency, you're going to need to be able to deal with that on your own. And this is what this book is for, the essential guide for when medical help is not on the way. We were very glad to add this to our prepper bookshelf. This book doesn't go on sale very often, so somebody might be very happy to receive this as a gift. Next up, number 10, is this mini little flashlight and lantern. A lot of the items on the list are smaller items that would make great stocking stuffers. I got this. It comes in a 2-pack. And for such a small light, it's actually pretty surprisingly bright. What I really liked about it is that if you unscrew it, it becomes a lantern that you can hang or stand anywhere. I put one of these in my vehicle. It is a 2-pack. It's a really great item to have. This came with batteries included. I was very impressed with how bright it was for how small and how inexpensive it was. And this would be a great stocking stuffer for someone on your list. The next item on our list, number 9, is our Coleman butane stove. I love this stove. This is what I use for cooking indoors without electricity. You've probably seen me use this on some of my cooking videos. This is a very inexpensive stove, but it's really great. It's 8,000 BTUs, I believe, and that is more than enough power for me. This stove should run anywhere between $20 and $25. It does use these butane fuel canisters, which are relatively safe and easy to store. It does come with its own little storage case, which is wonderful. And it's very simple to use. You just lock the fuel canister into place. And it does have automatic ignition. It's safe for use indoors, but it could also be used outdoors for camping. This does have a lot of built-in safety features, something that I just noticed. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it's designed this way, but it will not let me put this away in the case with the fuel canister engaged. It clicks itself off. This is really one of my most favorite preps that we have. It's very basic. Everyone should have something that they can cook on if the power's out. So definitely add this to your cart for a prepper on your list or even for yourself. Number 8 is another book. It's this book, It's in the Bag by Michelle and Trent Snow. This book has been very popular with our viewers. I love this book. If you've seen some of my meals in a bag that I do, the whole concept is you have a series of bags, and inside each bag is all of the ingredients necessary to create a complete meal, including the water. This book is full of more ideas just like that. You can get a lot of recipes, ideas, and inspiration out of this book. I've been using this basic concept for many years, but I recently found this book and I did take some of her ideas as far as the types of bags that I use and how I label them. This is her picture of how she has her pantry arranged with all sorts of meals in a bag. She actually said she has 422 bag meals, which is enough to make dinner for more than a year. So once again, this book, It's in the Bag. This would be a great gift for someone on your list, and it would also make a nice stocking stuffer. Number 7 on our list is this battery-operated misting fan that was featured in our video on how to stay cool during a summer power outage. These are great. This is small enough to be a stocking stuffer, but it's substantial enough to be a gift. These are also great for kids. They have a battery to run the fan part, and then they can be filled with water, which provides extra cooling without any electricity. Before we move on to number 6, I'd like to invite you to check in and let us know you were here by clicking the like button down below if you've made it this far. Thank you. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already. It's free and it helps us out a bunch. Thank you so much. Okay, now on to number 6. Number 6 is this Bluetti portable power station. This little Bluetti unit is a smaller power station compared to some that we have, but because of that, it's also less expensive. It's a really great gift item for someone. It has some great features such as the built-in light and the built-in wireless charging pad right up here for cell phones and other devices like that. This unit is relatively small and light. With or without a solar panel, this would be a wonderful gift for a loved one on your list. It would give them the opportunity to be able to keep their devices charged, to be able to have some lights. They could run some fans, run an electric blanket in case of a winter power outage to keep warm, run medical devices. There's so many reasons that you could have one of these. And if your loved one is also an outdoor enthusiast, this is really great for things like camping and RVing as well. Number 5 is this Battery Daddy. I recently gifted this to myself, but this would be a wonderful gift for any prepper on your list. Having this allows me to keep a selection of batteries handy upstairs, so I'm not always running down to the basement every time I need to refill batteries. It has specialized slots for every different size of battery. I haven't even completely filled it up yet. This has spots for all of the sizes. And then the back has a lot more spots for AA's because those are the most commonly used size. Each side locks securely, which is wonderful. It has some extra tools included in the middle. It has some screwdrivers. It has a battery tester and a little spot to keep button cell batteries as well. This is a great idea, especially for the holidays. I could totally see giving this to Dad. That way he's fully stocked with batteries, ready to jump into action and get all those new toys powered up and ready to go for the kiddos on Christmas morning. No more searching around for batteries. They're all in one place, all organized right inside your Battery Daddy. The next items on our list are going to be some long-term food storage items from Augustin Farms and Thrive Life. These have been some of our best sellers. We've got Augustin Farms peanut butter powder right here. Tons of people have bought these. I don't have one still in the package, but I put them in these canisters. But these are great. Peanut butter powder is great to have for a shelf-stable source of protein. You can add these to smoothies and shakes. You can add these to meals in a jar if you want to do a peanut sauce type of a dish and things like that. Baking mixes in jars. Another very popular item was a bread mix, complete bread mix. This one is from Thrive Life. This makes a loaf of bread. All you need is yeast. Everything else is included in the can, and I could see this being really great inside of a gift basket that you could theme up with some cooking themed items. Another very popular item for us this year was sour cream powder. Tons of people bought sour cream powder. This is a really great versatile ingredient. I use this in a lot of my meals in a jar. And this is something that a lot of people wanted to have on hand. Now, food items could seem like a strange kind of gift, but they can be really great if you package them up nicely in a nice gift basket with some additional items. You can really take some inexpensive items and make them look like a really great gift. I could see putting together a baking themed gift basket with some shelf stable butter, milk, and egg powder maybe. That would be a really great gift idea. You could gift the Coleman stove and package it up with a couple of homemade meals in a jar so that people would be all ready to feed themselves in case of a power outage or another emergency. Another very popular item on our channel and our number 3 on our list are these Energizer emergency flashlights. These allow you to basically create your very own emergency lighting system. They have a power plug on them and you plug them into an outlet and you leave them plugged in all the time. They're constantly charging, and then they have a setting you can leave them in that if the power goes out, they will automatically come on. So not only will you have a source of light in every room as soon as the power goes out, you can either choose to leave them in the outlet and light that room a little bit, or you can take one out of the outlet and use it as a flashlight as you go about your house in the dark. I like to have these in every room of the house. At the very least, they're great to have in kids' rooms, in bedrooms, and bathrooms. I'm going to have links to all of these items down in the description box. There's lots of different options for buying these. Another item that was very popular with our viewers are these mini cooling towels. These are the Frog Togs brand. We've tried a lot of different cooling towels. Mr. Wicked Prepared uses these a lot in the summer when he's gardening, and these Frog Togs and other ones that are similar textures tend to be the ones that work the best. These come in a really cute little self-contained case. These are another thing that's a great stocking stuffer. I have used these for stocking stuffers in my son's stocking and things like that. These are another item that's great to have on hand for those summer power outages to help you stay cool. And speaking of summer power outages, time for a drum roll. Our number 1 most popular best-selling item of the whole year was this battery-powered fan. This fan is pretty big. This is like a full-size fan, basically. It does run on batteries. It does fold up, so it's very easy to store, and it does put off a nice amount of air. One of the great things about this fan is that it not only can run on batteries, but it also comes with an electrical power adapter. So if you do have electricity, you can just use this as a regular fan. Its small size and portability is really great. We have sent these with our daughters to cheer camp because we were able to pack them up easily in their suitcases. We've used these for camping. We've used these for all sorts of things besides using them to keep cool when the power is out. But this is a really handy item to have, and this would be a great gift for someone on your list. Okay guys, that's my list for this year. And yes, I did check it twice. But if you have any ideas, any unique gifts that you've given or received, anything that another viewer might want to use as a gift idea, please be sure to leave us a comment down below and tell us all about it. We love it when we see viewers helping viewers in our comment section. And what better time to do that than during the holidays? If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me a gift emoji down in the comments. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this one, I've got this playlist right here with all of my prepper hauls where I show all the gear and food that we've been stockpiling bit by bit. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but now is definitely the time to pick up the pace if you haven't already. I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.